dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that.
Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
First down. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's second down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the pressure gets to him again. Isaiah Simmons. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Operating from the gun. Knox. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Knox's pass complete to Jonathan.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Throwing on first down. Knox. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
3-yard line.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, Knox. This will be caught at about the 5.
Knox's pass.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the delay, it's Mixon. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 77 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Number 28, Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? If you're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Knox. They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Complete to Jonathan.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Knox. His throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Taylor. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Knox. That'll bring up 4th down as a Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years,
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Isaiah Simmons, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Isaiah Simmons, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They have a lot of confidence in their kicker. safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
The gun. Knox. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was. And
he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Isaiah Simmons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. On second down, here's Burrow. Slant pass to Bull. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes
and he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Let's go! Let's go! Holding offense.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Isaiah Simmons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On first down, Knox. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Number 28, John.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They're on the tackle.
Operating from the gun. Knox. Oh, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Knox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
For the point after.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
To kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burrow. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So we have come to... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Bengals 7.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Operating from the gun. Knox. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun. Knox to the right side, complete to Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
4 yards. That's another Brooklyn.
Operating from the gun. Knox. Wide open receiver, complete. And touchdown.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And he'll bang that one through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off from the 35. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Knox. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Knox's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
4A. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Knox. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Naeem Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Isaiah Simmons.
It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They're continuing to rock and roll. And in intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Knox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Burrow able to find Higgins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Burrow on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From midfield now. Now Burrow loses the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Following the fumble recovery, Knox. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of a 5. Give him 32 on the play. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that one. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. Then the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Here's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Isaiah Simmons
in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down again.
Jacobs. Joe Burrow sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, Knox. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Knox. There's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Logan Wilson. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 37-yard line.
To throw on second down. Knox. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And Burrow going to throw again. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the second down throw on target. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny two-play drive that time.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
First down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down, Bengals.
Now it's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and
10. To the air again, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Isaiah Simmons in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
And 15.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Burrow looking to pass. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Tyler Boyd.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returnable for Grant. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
27 yards.
And now out come the Steelers. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Today's final score, Steelers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew,